Okay, so I've got the barrel action out of the stock and I've got it loaded in my barrel vise. Got my action wrench put on. And we're going to see if this 20-inch ratchet and myself have got enough ass to get this thing apart. And if it doesn't, over here I've got a 3-foot long cheater pipe. And that'll give me enough ass. So here we go. Well, look at that. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I don't think that's the original barrel. Because these are supposed to be put in. I just hit you guys. Huh. These are supposed to be put in at 75 foot-pounds minimum. And there ain't no way that that's right. Let's take the wrench off. I built this setup, by the way. The metal, hold on. Put this over here. I'll bring you guys in a minute. But let's get this off of here. Still in frame? Yeah. Let's get that unscrewed. There it is. Dirty. Of course it's dirty. Why wouldn't it be dirty? Everything's dirty. And this is the easiest way, right here. That's the easiest way to tell the difference between a P14 and a 1917 Enfield. This is the British broad arrow. This is the mark of George's Rex. And I can't remember what the cross flags are. But if you look at the left side of one of these receivers and you see these marks, it's not an M1917. You got a P14, Scooter. Hang on. Okay, we'll get the barrel out of the vise and then I'll reset you guys. And we'll go from there. Okay, so she's apart. Yay! Didn't need the cheater pipe. All I've done, and this has taken me some time, but what I've done is I made my own vise. I made my own action wrench. I build bridges for a living, and I've brought home in the past a chunk of H-piling, basically I-beam. But what I did this morning, that's going to bleed. I cut out a piece of that piling. It's about 5/8, 9/16 thick. And I took a hole saw and I cut an inch and a half circle out of it. And then I cut a piece of flat steel. And then I drilled vertically down. These are actually 8mm metric. Anyway, threaded it out. This is my action wrench. It goes around there pretty well. As long as the receivers have, you know, a flat bottom. I can't think right now if Mausers do. I know Enfields do. Well, whatever. My action wrench. Drilled a 1/2-inch hole and then went at it with files so that I can get a 1/2-inch ratchet on there. and when I install the new barrel, I can get my 1/2 inch torque wrench on it. And I'll take you guys out of the stand here a minute, and I'll take you over to the barrel vise. Give me a second. Alright, so we're going to look at my barrel vise setup here. All this is some leftover steel stock, square stock that I had from when I used to blacksmith. This is a 1 3/8 inch bar that I made both of these pieces out of. This one's 6 inches. And I drilled out 3/8 holes, a 1/2 inch from each end. And then I came in another 1/2 inch and I drilled out 3/8 inch holes. And these are 5 inch 3/8 grade 8 bolts. They come up through. This piece up here is 4 inches, came in a 1/2 inch, came in a 1/2 inch, and that's all there is to it. My dies, this is a piece of walnut that I hole sawed an 1.5 inch hole in, and this is a piece of heavy wall 1.5 inch pipe, galvanized pipe. The diameter of this Criterion barrel is 1.25 inches, and it fits right in there very nicely. I don't think I'm going to need a top die. I think this is just going to hold it very well. So I've got the receiver set up in the action wrench, and we're going to see if we can get this torqued. I've brought in my torque wrench, and I took some chalk, and that's my index line right there. And I hit it with some chalk so I could see it. Did the same thing with the receiver. I'm going to get you guys set up in the stand, and we'll see if we get this torqued. Okay. I've went through and I've taken the trigger off. I took the rear sight off. I cleaned the bolt lug receiver area. It's all, she's ready to go. Take my torque wrench and we'll set her at 75 foot-pounds. There's 75. We'll lock that in. Okay. Here goes nothing. Now that's starting to turn, so we're going to tighten that down a little bit. There's 75. And we are less than, boy, that's close. That's real close. Let's see what we got. Okay. I think that's going to work. Finish on the barrel still looks good. I mean, a little dirty. Barrel's installed. I got it vertically in the vise. And we're going to... I got that upside down. We're going to check it with the go gauge. You guys probably can't read it. 303 British. Go gauge. Focus. Now how this is done. Let's see if we can get you down. There we go. You drop this in the chamber. And of course it didn't just drop into the chamber. That would be neat. Drop that in the chamber, and then you put the bolt in. Now, when you check Headspace, no extractor. You don't check it with the extractor in. Put the bolt in. That'll seat. Now, if the headspace is good, I should be able to close this bolt. If the headspace is not good, the bolt won't close. Yep, that ain't closing. So, I've got to rent a chamber reamer. It says these are within 10,000ths of an inch when they come from the factory. So, I guess I'm reaming 10,000ths out of this thing, which is good. It'll be custom built. And that's fine. We'll take that go gauge out. Magnet wants to stick to everything. And just so you guys see it, it does close on an empty chamber. Now, after I ream it, I'll make a turn with the reamer and I'll check it with the go gauge. But after I'm done reaming, this is a no-go gauge. Now, what the object of the game is to get it to close on the go gauge, this guy, and not close on the no-go gauge. There is a couple thousandths of difference in the rim of these. The 303 British, let's see if I got one here. Yeah, I got a dummy around. The 303 British is a rimmed cartridge. See around the bottom here, that's got a rim. This is a 7mm Mauser cartridge. Side-by-side comparison. This rim is flush with the chamber wall, or the cartridge wall. This one's got the rim. And this is what this gun headspace is on. 7mm Mauser, it headspaces on this shoulder. 303 British, because it's a rim cartridge, it'll headspace on the rim. And headspace is boy, that's a topic. You know what? If you want to know more about headspace, Google is your friend. But the next phase of this, I've got to order and get a chamber reamer, and we got to pull 10,000th of an inch out of that chamber. That's all for now, guys. We got the barrel installed. The adventure continues. See ya.